they would take so long to be into range of Hydralisk or anything that could possibly defend them. So you want to get this Pneumatized Carapace soon. Not it's not your top priority, but you definitely want to do it. And if you're going to going for drops with your Overlords, because this is the Overlords double as that or triple. How many functions does an Overlord have? Really, little OP things. Um, if you go for drops, you really want to make sure you have pneumatized carapace because then it's what's the point of the drop if it's gonna take forever to get your to your opponent's base. So we're going to continue this game, and this is one key thing as a Zerg player, guys. You always want to be expanding. They are called the Swarm Race for a reason. So my opponent, my friend here, he's positioning himself to get into a third expansion up. He doesn't want to get it soon because he knows there's a 4-gate push coming, and he doesn't really have much right now. He's waiting for this Hydralisk then to be done so he can start producing Hydralisk. He wants to get his economy going a little bit more, because if we look at the income, he is actually ahead. So see, look, he's actually ahead, quite ahead of me in expansions, even though I just barely halfway done with my nexus. And he's ahead in the worker count, so he's mining more than myself. Excuse me. That he wants to position himself to take a third anytime soon. And in Blistering Sands, the progression is you go to your main, you take your expansion over here, and then you either take the gold or you take your third natural, which is kind of far off. It's really close to the opponent's base. As you can see, I'm holding right here at the Selnau Watchtower, and it's kind of in the way, but this is technically your third natural. So you want to position yourself in a way where you can, once you either get pushed or push out, you want to be taking that third. Very, very, very essential. You need the larva, you need the production. Zerg units are very cheap and they are pretty much disposable, so you want to be making up as many as you can, and that means that you need to be keeping up on your spawn larva. Look at this, my friend's queen has very little energy, which means he's been using his spawn larva pretty efficiently. One thing he probably lagged a little bit on is the creep tumors, but you can see he is spreading them now, and he's using that creep tumor, the generate creep ability that was telling you on the Overlord, like I said, to expand the creep a little bit out towards his entrance so he can cover better, he can defend better, and he can be a little bit more aggressive on the outgo. And on maps where you have destructible rocks in the back of your base, guys, you always want to leave a couple of, not necessarily a couple, but at least one Overlord hanging, chilling over here, so you know when this is coming down. So this pretty much covers the tutorial for the Zerg race. At about 10 minutes, this is kind of where you want to be in the game. It's a lot earlier than the other races. You want to have a good, solid economy going. Let's take a look at units. Yeah, so look, 43 drones. You want to have a good, solid economy going, even though I'm catching up pretty quickly. You want to have a standing army, and if you're expecting rushes or anything like that, you want to make sure you take a more defensive position. So I will go ahead and, let's see, leave this on the production tab, and I'm going to put it back on faster because there is really not much going on. As you can see myself saying, we can do whatever now. I'm gonna go ahead and push, and this is a 4-gate push. It's actually a little bit delayed because, like I said, I did not want to be aggressive because I wanted my friend to focus on showing you how to actually get a standard Zerg gameplay going on. So he's gonna take a little bit of retreating position here, and this Overlord probably should be moving, and this would be a very good time to start getting the pneumatized carapace at the very least. But look, he's taking a very defensive position because he wants those spine crawlers to be doing damage while he hits me with his units. So I'm trying to move my stalkers back a little bit so that they're not getting pounded by the spine crawlers, and I put this force field kill them a little bit late. I was trying to trapped the Zerglings into a small choke and a narrow choke, but I kind of put it a little bit too far behind. So just using Garden Shield, and this is why you want Hydralisk, guys. Look how quickly these Hydralisks pretty much obliterated that force that actually had a little bit of advantage. So in terms of supply and how much it costs and everything, I was actually a little bit ahead in that regards, but as you can see, I got obliterated. And those spine crawlers, they were good for defensive, but they weren't even doing that much damage. Really what we're doing the damage is the Hydralisk here. And look at the production tab, man. Oh, this is why Zerg are so scary. I failed that push, and now he's going to overwhelm me with all these units. Look at this army, and what do I have? I got a couple of zealots back here chilling. And a couple more here just for the defensive. So I'm trying to retreat. Do I even use the zealots? I think I forgot about those at some point. It doesn't really matter. I mean, these Hydralisks can kite the zealots all day. I don't have charge coming. Got more zealots coming here, and yeah, it definitely does look like I forgot about those zealots. Probably could have saved me here, would have helped me surround. I think I spawned some units out here because I put this proxy pylon outside my base just in case this exact thing would happen. He's trying to take out my pawn, so I don't start warping units back here or here so I can get in his face. But look, yeah, I definitely forgot about those zealots. Man, I didn't even know I had them there until right now that I'm looking. But look how disastrous this has been for me. My opponent is pushing me, and this is why the Hydralisks is a very core unit. You definitely want to make sure you keep spreading your creep because Hydralisks are so slow. Look how slow they move. My camera speed actually is faster than the Hydralisk at this point in time. But on creep, they look how quickly they move. Oh my, it's like oh, and then they go all slow. So yeah, I'm gonna call GG on this game. This again, this is just the tutorial for the Zerg. Be very careful when following build orders. You then look at this, the third already going on. Just like I said, after you push out, you want to make sure you are expanding again as a player. Very important. Probably want to start making a third queen and extending your creep towards your expansion over here so that you are able to move quickly in and out of it and for defensive position or anything like that. And always keep production on your overlords. Make sure you make them a couple up ahead. Remember, you have 7 units that are going to be coming up any given time, and sometimes I think Hydralisk costs what 3 supply. Let's take a look at a larva. I think they increased. I can't really remember. There have been a lot of changes in beta. Yeah, units can cost anywhere, like 3 supply. So 7 times 2 or 3, it could be 21 supply that you are making in a very fast period of time, and you're probably going to be recycling those units quite a bit. So good thing to do also is to start working on upgrades for Zerg. This is a very generic build. You go into Hydralisk and then you do double evolution chamber and you get melee attack. Why is he getting melee attack? I would imagine he wants to get missile attack and carapace, or maybe he's just preparing a transition into Ultralisk or something like that, or Mutalisk, infestation pit. Yeah, I'm kind of confused why he got a melee instead of missile attack. But missile attack is for units like roaches and hydralisks, and especially if you're going a roach hydra build. Very important that you get that. And melee would be for zerglings, drones, and Ultralisk and other units that attack like that. So those are pretty much the basics, guys. One quick thing I do want to talk about, which is a little bit confusing sometimes, if you ever see a Hydralisk fighting a Zealot, and I'm going to rewind here a little bit. Pretty sure there are a couple. Let's see, Zealots. I don't see the Zealots. Okay. If you ever see like a Roach or a Hydralisk fighting a Zealot, you'll see that the Hydralisk is actually using a melee attack, but they're still doing ranged attack. So, well, if they survive long enough. See how this one was kind of for a second there hitting it with its claws? They still do damage as range, so don't be confused by that. That is just a mechanic, a visual mechanic that Blizzard put in StarCraft 2, and that doesn't really affect the functioning of each unit, so they don't automatically go into a lower attack level or anything like that. So I hope you guys like that. Again, rate, like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you think. If you have any requests or anything like that, I will definitely work on them. I am going to be working on the Protoss probably tomorrow, so it's not going to be up anytime soon. I really want to get down the Terran and the Zerg because those are the ones that gave me the most trouble, especially the Zerg, because Zerg, you really want to play against whatever your opponent's race is doing. This build will work generally, but it's not going to work at platinum or diamond levels, or especially not at the pro Korean level scene or anything like that. It's just kind of an introduction, so take that with that warning with a grain of salt, and make sure that if you are a Zerg player, that you're experimenting. And oh my god, I keep on rambling. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave you guys. And as always, check out other commentators' channels like Husky StarCraft, HD StarCraft, Day 9. Let them know that I sent you there, or if you watch their channels, just be like, oh, check this guy out. He's pretty cool. So I can maybe get a little bit of a bump in some of the fame and glory that they share. Definitely would like to be as big as them, or near as big as them as they are right now, or anything like that. But anyway, that is a different topic. We're not going to get into that. And with that, I will leave you guys, and I will see you next time, and have a good day, guys.